If your computer exploded tomorrow, would your code survive? Git is a vital tool in modern software development, but Git by itself only lives on your computer. To back up your code, collaborate with other developers, and contribute to real-world projects, you need to connect Git to GitHub. To complete this tutorial, you're going to need Git installed on your computer. I've covered this in another video, which is linked in the cards in the video description. Git is version control software. It tracks changes to your files over time. Whereas a normal save file holds the state of a file at a given moment in time, Git allows you to maintain a complete history of changes to your code. This means you can revert to earlier versions if something breaks. GitHub is an online platform that hosts Git repositories in the cloud. Git tracks files on your local computer, but GitHub allows you to store those repositories online so they can be backed up, shared, and accessed from other devices. Developers use GitHub to publish projects, collaborate with other programmers, contribute to open source software, and manage software development workflows. Before we can connect Git to GitHub, we have to make sure that Git's actually installed. So to do that, we either hit the Windows key, the Start menu, or the search bar, and we type CMD and press Enter to get a command prompt. And then we can type git space -- version, and it returns a version number, which means Git is installed and correctly configured. If you don't get a version number, if it says that the command's not found, then that means that Git isn't installed, or perhaps it isn't configured properly. There is a video in the cards and down in the description, a tutorial on how to install Git. Git communicates with GitHub via a protocol called Secure Shell, or SSH. To connect to GitHub, you'll need an SSH key. Let's check to see if you already have one. So we'll close command prompt. Once again, we will hit the Windows key, the Start menu, or the search bar, and we will type Git Bash, Enter. So now we've got a Git Bash command line. So we type ls space -al space ~.ssh, and that will list everything in the SSH directory. If the command returns a file called id_ed25519.pub, then you have an SSH key. If you have one, then skip the next step and continue with adding your public key to GitHub. You can see here that we don't have one. To create an SSH key in Git Bash, type the following: ssh-keygen space -t space ed25519 space -C space, and then in double quotes put your email address. Hit enter. Enter a file in which to save the key. The default is fine, so I'll just hit enter again. Enter a passphrase. So you can put a passphrase in for your key to add extra security. And then a hacker would need both your key and the passphrase to access your GitHub. And add it again. Okay. It says my public key has been saved. It's given me a key fingerprint and the key's random art image. So the key has been successfully generated. To copy the public key to your clipboard, type the following command: clip space > space ~id_ed25519.pub. So this is your public key. You keep your private key and then you paste your public key into GitHub so that it can communicate with you via SSH. Hit enter. Right, now that's on the clipboard. Now open your favorite web browser and navigate to github.com. You will need to create an account if you don't already have one, and you will need to be signed into that account. So we come up here, click on our profile picture in the top right corner, select settings. On the settings screen, we pick SSH and GPG keys. Here's our keys for different machines. Hit new SSH key. In the title field, enter a description for your key that will help you distinguish it from others that you add to GitHub later. So I like to go with username at the computer, and then go down to key, paste it, click add SSH key, and now we've added the key. And we're ready to test our connection to GitHub. In Git Bash, type the following command to test your connection to GitHub. SSH space hyphen capital T git at github.com. Alright, it says the authenticity can't be established. Am I sure I want to continue connecting? I'll type yes. It's added GitHub to the list of known hosts. Enter my key passphrase, if you have one. It says, hi Brendan Gasperin, you've successfully authenticated, but GitHub does not provide shell access. So that means it worked, and we have configured Git to connect to our GitHub account. And now Git is connected to GitHub. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. If you have any feedback or questions, leave them down in the comments section, and I hope to catch you in the next video.